Yeah, this is this size this. And wow, just wow, some of the stuff coming from video game news is just okay. I'm not going to pretend I saw this coming from a fucking mile away in every fucking order. If none of you haven't noticed, some dude got on, I think Ustream or Twitch, and with this PlayStation, and because it allows you, and then was running PlayStation, that app that comes with the Playroom, I believe it's called. I don't know. I don't have the PlayStation camera, and of course with the PlayStation Playroom, it works with the camera, and it comes pre-installed in the PlayStation 4. And the guy demonstrated exactly why I think the Playroom application was a mistake, and the camera, why it was a really good idea not why Sony did not have cameras added with their PlayStation 4s, and why the whole camera operation is just a big honking bad idea. Well, if you don't know, him and his wife got on there and then he undressed her on camera, butt ass naked. And now Twitch is banning everybody across the board. Well, not everybody, they're banning a whole shitload of people. Even for just talking about video games or anything, even though it's a video game website. Yeah, it's a clusterfuck. It is an immense and utter clusterfuck. And this is not really Sony's fault because Sony did the right thing at the end and got rid of their PlayStation 9, even though that they prepared their new PlayStation 4 to work around that, or the PlayStation camera to work around that damn thing, and then act exactly like Kinect. And in the end, it's turned into an immense clusterfuck, mainly because I blame everybody else in the goddamn Kinect. And I'm going to get into Microsoft's little compungent little fuck clusterfuck they have done recently. I think most of you already know what I'm going to talk about. But anyways, this is bullshit beyond every fucking ounce of the word. Um, every one of you, Samuel the Tech Geek including, who kept telling me that you need to add these camera features and all this other shit, and that Sony taking away the PlayStation camera from the PS4 and selling them separately was a huge mistake, and that the only thing that sells consoles is nothing but features, 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 and you've got to have these camera features on there in order to sell your product. Well, Mister, I'm going to strip my wife and show her tits in front of everybody, kind of proved how much of a fucking dumbass idiot you people are. You know what it takes to sell a good console? A good fucking console. You don't sell an immense piece of shit and then just stick features on there, and then the first thing that comes out of this guy's mouth is like, does it have 160 features? Only 20 features? I ain't buying it. It's only got 20 features. I need 156 features to make this thing my personal gaming device. No. Features do not make fucking consoles. Features do not make movies. Features don't make cars. It's nice to have these extra features, but you know what makes these things work? It's the fact that I actually have a product in my hand that works as it's supposed to. Yeah, there are some defective products, but there are defective products everywhere. Everything is defective every once in a while. I mean, for crying out loud, I bought a goddamn fucking television that decided to fucking do a little flash and had a puff of smoke coming out of the back, and the whole thing was dead. And we just took that thing out of the box. What did we do? Just took it back to the store and got a different TV. Actually, we got the same damn TV, and it's still well, not that exact. I mean, they didn't just give us back that TV. I mean, they gave us the duplicate of that TV, and we went in, plugged it up, and it worked. That's just the way it is. Products can be defective, and products cannot be defective. It happens. But a bunch of dumb-blooded idiots, less than 1% is the worst product ever. And I mean, fucking Wii U had product errors in there. And of course, remember Samuel Techie getting up there and saying that the Wii U's were rushing out their console with zero proof of it. And of course, what happened? Everybody believed him. Everybody believed these people. Oh my god, it's less than 1%. This product is dead. It is doomed forever. Look, these children, all their products are working. But this one child, his product just died on him. Cancel everything. Our product is dead. It is gone. One person has a failed product. Doom. And I'm not kidding about the Samuel Techie thing. He did say that Nintendo was giving out a whole bunch of defective products, and their Wii gamepads were all failing. Only problem was he had no proof of that. None. That's probably one of the reasons why he stopped making videos. The Kinect should not be wired into your fucking console, and having cameras filming their fucking customer 24/7 is not a fucking great idea. It was a bad idea, and Mr. Strip, and oddly enough, Sony demonstrated this with Mr. Dumbass, who took the fucking PlayStation 9 and stripped his wife. Yeah, I'm calling it the PlayStation 9. It's just out of habit. But he pretty much proved why Sony did what they did. Because they realized it was not the fucking great idea, and that adding features in doesn't sell fucking products. Selling a workable product with low defective ratings is a good idea, and also not overhyping the fucking price. Sony had their thinking cap on, unlike certain things that's going on over at Microsoft. Yeah, they got a couple of defective products, maybe some big, maybe some small. The actual numbers aren't out yet to see who's got the higher defective ones, you know. But anyways, Sony in their great, wonderful wisdom, and they did this a long time ago, all the way back when they were starting to split their divisions up in the first place. And even though that Steve Ballmer resectored a lot of their sections out of again, and by the way, Steve Ballmer's leaving because he's a fucking idiot, decided not to fix this problem, and everybody is all saying, well, Microsoft is doing all this to us gamers. No, see, Microsoft was doing this to their users for years. You morons didn't realize that this was an old problem with Microsoft that Ballmer didn't get off his ass to fix, even though they were allowing it through the Xbox 360. Because Skydive has a code of conduct on them that's been like this forever, and nobody bothered to look. See, Skydive is separate from the Xbox chat and all that shit, and they decided to bring in Skydive with all of its clusterfucks along with it. And one of the massive clusterfucks is that they like to ban the shit out of users who so much as say a bad word. Apparently, because because Microsoft does more of a kind of a weird micromanagement kind of thing. They've always done this. When they want to rule everything, they make all these little departments and then let them all run themselves. And while the big heads go off and run the more profitable stuff. And Skydive wasn't making very much money, so they were just letting Skydive almost run like its own company. So they could do their own rules and come up with their own shit. But then they decided to merge Skydive with Xbox. And something funny happened. They decided to give the people of Skydive, rulership over Microsoft's accounts. And basically, Skydive is, I guess, being run by an out-of-control Christian nut job who says, like that one lady who stands behind you, and you so much as, even if you say the words, like, oh, Jesus Christ, or something like that, in a typical conversation, she will slap you and say, blast of me! And, you know what I mean. Just and ground you in your room for the next 6 weeks or so. So basically, people who say, bad words have been getting their accounts banned on Xbox Live. because Microsoft doesn't think ahead. Like normal conversations or what happens amongst people. Or no. Basically, they didn't realize what was going on in that little small department over at Skydive and how they were over regulating things and going a little out of control and shit. And then said, well, here's Xbox. We're merging you with the Xbox department and we're going to give you power over Xbox Live. And then they turn around and next thing you know, you have little Mr. Religious up there saying, this is full of filth and disgusting behavior. Ban every fucking account. Well, they haven't gone that far, but congratulations. You put an overregulated monitoring system and merged it with an underregulated monitoring system, and the clusterfuck just came right on out. And Microsoft, you did not fail on my expectation on this thing to be clusterfuck, that I knew that was going to happen. Everybody else is all acting surprised, including probably even some Microsoft employees. But I've known Skydive's little clusterfuck, and I knew that I heard that they merged the accounts and account controls with fucking Skydive and let the Skydive people, censorship crazy people in there. Yeah, it was going to happen. I was just holding back and saying, oh, it's going to blow up in their faces so good. And it did so wonderfully. And I didn't have to do a thing because you did it yourselves. It also helps that you had friends who worked at Microsoft and came out angry and pissed off and basically said that the people who work at Skydive are a bunch of religious nut jobs. Whoops. Problem. Well, that clusterfuck happened. The only funny part is that I don't have enough viewers that this message won't be, spread it around like wildfire. But yeah, I knew it was going to happen before it happened. Even Dr. Dre didn't see this one coming. See ya. Oh, and yeah, everyone's blaming Microsoft, and they had a good reason too. It's just not really Microsoft. It's just that their micromanagement has always been bad and not exactly clear on what each other were doing. They have basically departments usually have in Microsoft have a hard time communicating to each other what the fuck they're doing. See ya.